Hello and welcome to a new episode of cooking. I am going to make lentil soup, which is based on 5 elements from Chinese medicine. I don't really know the English translation of the cooking according to 5 elements, but I'm gonna do my best to try to describe it and translate it to English. Recently I read this book that was... Actually, I'm gonna start preparing, so I'm gonna be talking while I'm preparing. The idea of 5 elements is based on Chinese medicine, where you follow these 5 elements to make food more energizing and more suitable for digestion and for your health. This idea comes from observing the nature and different elements that we can find in nature. In Chinese medicine, they have 5 elements: the fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. And I'm not an expert of Chinese medicine. This always seemed very confusing for me. I've studied a little bit of Chinese medicine on my own and a little bit in my naturopathy school, but I feel like I was always more close to the Ayurveda, not necessarily to Chinese medicine. It felt a bit more complicated for me. And recently I read this book about cooking according to Chinese medicine, and I decided to give it a try. So hence this video here and this recipe that I'm gonna be following. I decided also to try a different format for my cooking. I want it to be more like a vlog, so I'm not gonna do a lot of edits afterwards, as I'm usually doing. It's just so you can get to know me better and get to like this personalized, more like honest part of me. I guess I don't want to be someone that just seems, I don't know, speaks from behind the camera and not necessarily show myself. So here I am cooking in real life in my little kitchen. So yeah, I'm gonna use for this recipe 2 carrots, one little sweet potato, I think 2 onions, I don't know if I have onions, but we'll see, some garlic, and lentils. I think I just have like 1 cup of lentils, so that's what I'm gonna use. Usually when I start cooking, I start from frying onions, but since we follow this Chinese traditional Chinese medicine method, we start with earth elements. So whenever you cook according to this method, you go into the 5 elements and you do rounds. So for example, the first round, it starts with the earth and with the sweet flavor, which I'm gonna like be starting with carrots. And then you go along with the elements. So there is always the same system, the same, how do you call it? Like you follow the same system, I guess. So the fire is first, then it's the earth, metal, water, and wood. So yeah. I better turn off my heating because it's just like it turns off my electricity if I have too much going on. So I hope it's gonna be okay. So I'm heating up actually I don't know. Oh yeah, the thing is, like, when you heat your pan, it's like a fire element. And then people use oil, but I don't use it, so I'm just gonna put the sweet potato and carrots straight in there. I grew up eating according to these 5 elements because my stepfather, that's the way how he cooks food. And he was the one that was cooking in my family. I remember when he moved into our house, I think I was like 8 years old. And he brought this thing with him that every morning before school or before anything that we ate, we had to drink like 1 cup of broth in the morning from like chicken stock. He was doing it according to 5 elements and cooking very long time, like couple of hours, this chicken broth. I hated it as a kid, and I'm a vegan now, so I wouldn't eat the chicken stock, but anything that closely resembles that, it's not nice. So I mean, at least in my opinion. But according to what my mom says, that this change made that we were very much less sick as kids. So I guess there could be some benefits to it. In this book that I was reading, she was mentioning a lot that in the northern parts of the world, like in Poland or where I live now in Norway, in the winter and actually most of the year, you need to eat food that is highly warming. And a lot of people eat a very much wrong diet because it's very cooling, and in Chinese medicine, that's where the illness is coming from. So what she was saying is that the nature of the food you eat should be almost always warming and like warm dishes. So anything that's called, like, I don't know what people mostly eat in the mornings, it's like oats. I mean, oats can be warm, but this like sweet things with milk, with cold milk, or sandwiches or salads. According to Chinese medicine, that's not very good, unless you live in a very hot country. She was also saying that people eat too much fruit and dairy that is cooling in the nature of itself. So I decided to change it a little bit. I mean, I don't really crave that many salads in the winter, although we have changed our diets recently together with my boyfriend, so we eat more salads now. And I still feel like it's not agreeing with me 100% just because it's cold. But yeah, we decided to eat food that is like that's causing less glucose spikes. So our diet consists mostly of vegetables and beans at the moment. We ate a lot of porridge before, then we switched to eating like a porridge made from buckwheat, which was a little bit better, but Now we're just eating vegetables, and I also intermittent fasting, so that's our diet right now. I decided I'm gonna start with eating soups since I'm going for a Norwegian course at the moment, and I don't really have much time in the morning to cook, so I'm just gonna eat the soup first thing in the morning. Right, now it's really warm, this plate, so I'm gonna drop the heat a little bit more and add my sweet flavor of the earth element, which is sweet potato with carrots. I'm really curious what you're gonna think about this type of videos, like a vlog type cook with me video. Just start a conversation in the comment, and I'm gonna be really happy to read what you think. If you'd like to see more videos like this. Wow, it burns quite quickly because my what's the thing of it is called? My oven is old, and it keeps the heat on the plate very long. It's not like an induction thing. Oh, so difficult to peel it. I also heard that the healthiest is red onion, but also the healthiest thing is like just underneath the skin. So I'm trying not to over peel it, but yeah. Another thing that I learned from this book is that according to this Chinese medicine of 5 elements, the like all the vegetables are actually cooling in nature. They are either like sweet or something, I don't know. But she was saying to use a lot of onion and garlic because they're like fiery in nature. I had a problem with digesting onions, but it seems to be better now, so we'll see how this goes with 2 onions in the dish. I plan to blend this soup at the end, so I'm just cutting everything roughly, not not trying to have nice pieces. Okay, so after this earth element and the sweet taste, we got the metal, and this going to be onion and garlic and other spices. So first I drop my onion. And I'm gonna get the garlic. I'm really looking into starting like a blog also about cooking. I'm finding my way in what I want to do, especially in the winter since I don't have so much work otherwise. So yeah, this this like YouTube being, it's quite nice. It's very nice when people comment and like see what you're doing. I feel like this gives me extra motivation. But at the same time, I really enjoy sharing things with you guys because it's like I love to share the knowledge and things I've learned because I feel like they can be helpful for somebody else. Especially with cooking, I feel it's such an important part of lives and part of being human. It's like we eat every day, and I want the food to be medicine, and I've been studying a lot about nutrition and what's best for my body and in general for bodies. And especially with a vegan diet, it's like it's so easy when you start to just go and buy like ready foods which are not necessarily good for you. So I'm trying to incorporate more like whole foods recipes. I mean, all of them recipes I cook for this channel are whole foods, but also like I want to share with people that it's possible to eat delicious food and uh, like eat healthy. Also, the food doesn't need to be very expensive or very fancy. Like, who has time to cook fancy food every day? Now that I put the garlic and onion, I'm gonna add the spices. Like in this recipe, it's gonna be like a curry mix. So first I have garam masala, which I don't think I have, but I might have. I have something similar, like, yeah, for example, this one, Sahi Paneer Masala. And then it's gonna be cumin. Actually, we can use the whole foods cumin. I like it way more. I mean, whole cumin. A bit of curry. What else? Cumin, curry, bay leaf, and ginger. Bay leaf. But somewhere bay leaves. Now it's just the way to find them, yes. And ginger, I think I'm gonna use the fresh ginger. So let's start with like 1 spoon of garam masala. I think this one is pretty spicy, so I mean it's still the spicy metal. Then curry, also 1 spoon. Then I do 2 bay leaves. Maybe 3 because they're quite small. And I'm gonna grind some cumin seeds. I got this mortar and pestle for Christmas from my boyfriend, and I think it's the best gift. I mean, he knows what gifts to give. I'm so lucky. I've been wanting one for such a long time, so I put it here. And ginger, I guess I'm gonna peel it with the spoon, and then I don't have like a small grater, so I don't know if I will cut it or grate it. We'll see in 1 minute what I do with it. That's another thing with cooking with me. It's like I am so spontaneous. A lot of times I try to follow recipes, but I end up doing different things. Yeah. I'm gonna grate it on this one. Not my nail. No, this doesn't really work. Okay, I better cut it in here. That doesn't work. So I'm just gonna slice it into the dish. And give it a quick stir. And the next step is to add the water element, which is the salt element, and according to this recipe it's lentils. So I'm just gonna rinse them. It is roughly 1 cup I have here. Yeah, 250 grams. Okay. And the next step is the wood element, which is the sour element. And they say to add parsley leaf, about 3 tablespoons. I don't know, but give it a quick stir. I need to be so mindful of the steps because I'm doing usually things otherwise. Okay, I got this half dry and half okay parsley from my windowsill. And I'm just gonna chop it in as a wood element. All of the green things are wood elements, so you can substitute it with, I think all the green stuff. Like this, and then that's almost the whole circle with the elements. The last one is the hot water. I'm just gonna turn off my oven and turn on the hot water because I'm a bit afraid it's gonna damage itself. But yeah, this looks very nice. I'm gonna pour the hot water over this unfortunate ginger that I tried to great. And the thing with this cooking is that whenever you like forget to add something, I don't know, if you for example want to add more salt, then you have to do a whole circle again. So you will see in the next circle where I add salt, and here it says to wait 20 minutes until like it cooks, and then you try again, and if you need you add salt again in this one slot. Otherwise you have to do a pinch of each spice from each flavor or each element again. That's why this cooking type, it always seemed for me to be like a learning curve to actually follow these guidelines. I decided to give it a try. I mean, I have time, and why not try something new? Maybe you will like it too, like, or maybe you cook already in this method. So just let me know in the comments how it goes for you. Actually, I just had an idea that I could do a cooking live on YouTube if I have like maybe 50 or 100 followers. I need a bit more. So you can subscribe so I can do live cooking classes, and yeah, you can follow along with me. Okay, so that's the fire element, which is the bitter taste. And the boiling water is a fire element. Oh, I'm supposed to do it over this. Yeah. I think I need a bit more water. But let's see. Or maybe not. I'll let it boil first and see how it goes. So this is the first circle, and it says to wait 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna stop the video now and come back in 10-15 minutes to go again. Here we go again. It's been around 10 minutes, 15. The soup is boiling, and we go for the second cycle of 5 elements. We start with the earth, with the sweet flavor. So this is going to be a cinnamon and coconut milk. For this I'm gonna use like in each element it doesn't have to be a big amount of spice or anything. It's just like enough. It's enough with a pinch, but I'm gonna do maybe a half teaspoon of cinnamon, and then around half cup of coconut milk. The next in order is metal, and this can be this is a spicy flavor, and this can be either more ginger or black pepper. Since I put quite a lot of ginger already, I think I'm gonna put black pepper this time. Since I got the mortar, and I tend to put way more pepper, so I put maybe like a teaspoon. I'm a bit afraid this soup is going to come up quite spicy, which I'm not a big fond of, but I guess in winter it's healthy. If you make it, you can add like less ginger and also garam masala or curry without extra spice. I think my garam masala is fairly spicy. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll see when I try it. Here it is. And in the water element, we add the salt flavor. So I'm just gonna add I don't know how much. I'll start with 2 teaspoons, and I it's like 1 and 2. I don't know if you have to like mix everything in between the elements. And here I'm gonna lower it until maybe like 2 and let it simmer for 20 minutes. After that time, I'm gonna check the flavors, the salt especially, because if I want to add anything else I would have to go through the cycle again, which I don't know if I want to do, but I'm gonna check for salt. And on the last ones I'm gonna show you where I put the 2 last ingredients to finish the second cycle and get the soup ready. See you soon. Welcome back, and here is the final 2 steps of this soup. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm happy for that. The next element, oh right, I'm gonna taste the soup first to see if I need more salt in it. I guess a pinch more. Okay. And I'm gonna take the bay leaves, since I don't like them blended so much, or they don't blend so well. I just hope I find them. Found one, but the other ones were quite small. I guess I'll just blend them. In the wood element, we got sour flavor, so it's the time to put tomatoes in. Actually, I'm gonna drop the fresh tomatoes, and I'm just gonna add the tomato sauce. A half of this package, it will be 250 grams. It also shows here to add lemon juice. I think I might do it. I took this recipe from a Polish website. I can link it in the description below. I changed a little bit in this recipe, so it's not exact. I added the sweet potatoes and the coconut milk. It's time for some lemon juice. Don't want to add too much because it's not about making it sour, but just as a symbolic element of wood. And now to this soup, the last step would be to add turmeric, which is the fire element and the bitter flavor. I added about 1 teaspoon. The soup looks really nice. It turned out to be, I would say, 4 big portions. Portions. You can eat it like this. I'm gonna blend it because that's how I like it most. And thank you for watching this video and being here with me on this cook with me journey. This is my first 5 elements cooking, actually in life ever, because I always found it so confusing. So let me know if you followed the whole journey of this cooking. And also write in the comments if you wish to see more 5 elements videos or more vlog cooking videos, or if you want me to go back to my previous very short straight to the point cooking recipes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!